Hi folks, James Spiro from CTech here, and it is June 17, reporting on the Israeli-Iranian conflict that broke out just a few days ago. We wanted to round up some of the day's news that's been coming out over the last few hours. It has been fast and furious with the amount of new information that we're receiving almost every couple of minutes. So I want to do a brief roundup while I have you. We started the news this morning with an announcement from the IDF that it had eliminated General Ali Shadmani, the chief of staff of the Iranian military. He'd only been in the position since Friday because that was the last time the IDF had eliminated the Iranian chief of staff of the military. So whoever will be seeking to take his place over the coming hours or days um, may not feel so comfortable after the news that the IDF has been systematically eliminating whoever is in that position. Other news in the transportation sector, the Jerusalem light rail has started operations again, albeit in a limited capacity. This is good news for those who are feeling comfortable enough to leave their homes, take care of loved ones, or go chase errands. It's not running in the similar way that it was just a few days ago, and transportation in between cities is also very limited. But the Jerusalem light rail has opened up again, but expect delays and expect reroutes where appropriate. Um, Excuse me, I'm operating from a different location today because we have moved from our usual office in Tel Aviv. Um, Other news that came in this morning, approximately 19,000 people have claimed compensation claims. They've been filed since the beginning of Operation Rising Lion. That's 19,000 people who are claiming um, money or insurance or home. That number in the last 4 days is almost one, let me get this right, it's almost one quarter of the total claims from the entire country since October 7, 2023. So just to give you an idea of the level of the scale of the disruption here in Israel, already one quarter of the claims since October 7 have been matched only in the last few days alone. The tax authority reports that 2,725 people have already been evacuated from their homes. That's 2,725 people. And 87 teams from the compensation fund are currently operating in Bat Yam and Tel Aviv. So those who have been following previous episodes of here and this and previous updates know that Bat Yam and Tel Aviv were severely hit and damaged only in the last few days. News coming from Iran later on in the day showed that the ATMs belonging to the country's largest bank, the Safa Bank, have stopped working. They are not they're not taking any money. They're not extracting any money. It is residents in Iran report that they were unable to withdraw money from ATMs belonging to the country's largest bank. It's the government-owned Safa chain. It is affiliated with the Revolutionary Guards. At the same time, another network has reported a broad series of cyber attacks across the country. There is a group, a pro-Israel hacker group called Predatory Sparrow. They are claiming responsibility for the attacks. Israel's ambassador to the US today, Israel's ambassador to the US, Yachal, later set us up with some interesting comments today about what we can expect over the weekend. So he wrote, or he spoke when speaking to Fox News, we've pulled off, quote, we've pulled off a number of surprises. When the dust settles, we're going to see some surprises on Thursday night and on Friday that will make the beeper operation seem simple. Now, of course, the beeper operation was Israel's attack against Hezbollah in September of last year, 2024. So not quite sure what he meant by those comments, but the world is looking on to see what may happen between Israel and Iran on come Thursday night and Friday. China has evacuated its citizens from both countries, Israel and Iran, and it is pushing for a ceasefire in the conflict between the two countries. Quote, China calls on all relevant parties, especially those in countries that have a special influence on Israel, to shoulder their due responsibilities, take immediate measures to cool down the tense situation, and prevent the conflict from escalating and spreading, said Foreign Ministry spokesperson Guo Zhekon. I'm not sure I got that pronunciation correct, but they didn't name any other countries. So they were being quite vague in their statements, but China is making moves to remove its citizens in both countries. And that news is coming throughout the day. And finally, some finance news. S&P will not be downgrading Israel's credit rating, given everything that's been going on in the last few days. The country, quote, the country has shown resilience despite the war with Iran. The rating agency presents 4 war scenarios, from a limited conflict of less than 3 months to the involvement of additional countries and the bidding of trade routes. They are not changing or downgrading Israel's credit rating. That shows it as a symbol of Israel's resilience and the way that the country is handling the conflict. Now, there is plenty more news that we could get through today. Things are changing a mile a minute. I urge all of you to go on to CTech, where you can see all of the news directly. You can see videos, you can see updates, you can see tweets, and please follow us wherever you are, and you can find updates as quickly as we can give them. We always are going to give you honest, true and fair coverage of the of the conflict here in Israel with its fight against Iran. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I will be back tomorrow.